We signed JBL! Actually, he's not the best signing we've made. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy! I'm not your boy toy. Shawn frickin' Michaels, come on! Come on! You knew that. You knew that. Drop a like on the video. Welcome to episode 2 of the Ruthless Aggression Rebuild. That's a mouthful. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this series. I hope you are too. I hope you enjoyed episode 1 and you're back because we have some new wrestlers to add to our roster for weeks 6 till 10. And of course, like I mentioned before, we'll be watching and spectating one match for every episode. So who is that going to be? Ooh, I might leave it to be a tag match. We'll see. I haven't really decided yet. We'll see how it all lays out. But we have booked week number 6, and this is what we're looking at right now. Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick versus Kishi and Rey Mysterio. Now, they are at a level 2 rivalry right now, and I'm risking actually using them because they could all get injured. But for the love of God, please just get one more level on the rivalry, and then I won't use you for a couple of weeks, and we can all recover nicely, and we can come back nice and strong. Now, we do have JBL, and I was going to put him straight into a promo and call out The Rock, but JBL's stamina is way too good, and the rest of the roster stamina is not. So The Rock is going to call out JBL instead. Oh yes, he's going to turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it straight up his cowboy hat. You thought I was going to say something different then, didn't you? You really did. I know you did. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, is going to go up against Bobby Lashley. Imagine signing Shawn Michaels and sticking him straight in the mid-card. That's what's going to happen today. We then got John Morrison calling out Batista. That's going to hopefully continue and boost their rivalry for the next pay-per-view. And then we got Mickie James in a title match against Maurice, but it is heel versus heel. But it is for a title. So what I'm thinking is, if for the love of God, if Mickie James can win, then we can put her up against Beth Phoenix as a future rivalry. Now, MVP is going to do the charity work today, although he does have really good stamina. I'm going to ignore that for now and probably use him in the next week. And then we've got JBL making his debut against Edge in an Extreme Rules match. But Miz is going to do the running because Edge and Miz have a rivalry already ongoing. Now, this is a difficult one, isn't it? The commissioner goes, rest your current champions this week. We got way too many champions to rest. We literally cannot afford to do that. So we're actually going to use them instead and ignore that. I know it gives you a really good card, but we're just going to have to put that out. So we're going to run the Thunderdome. We've got optional bonuses for every other one. So that's absolutely fine. We do have an expensive show cost, but we did spend a little bit of money, of course, bringing in JBL and HBK. So, let's run this card. Now, like I mentioned before, this is episode 2 of 5. You need to make sure you subscribe. We're en route to 10,000 subscribers. When this gets to 10,000 subscribers, this is going to be a complete 2K only channel, to be honest. I'm going to get rid of all of the stuff that was on it before, probably even change the name of it, and I've got an immaculate, I say it's immaculate, it's probably not an immaculate idea yet, but it was. I used to have a wrestling podcast back in the day, and on Twitter I used to run this like fantasy booking faction is what I used to call it, and you guys would tweet me a faction where it met the stipulations that I had set out, and then I would pick a winner, and it was amazing. I even did it as a YouTube series on a former channel way back when. And I'm going to bring it to universe mode. So next week, that is starting. So if you like fantasy booking and you like factions, that video is going to be awesome. And I can't wait for it. Anyway, let's hope for no injuries here, please. Kevin Nash and the Brian Kendrick. Come on, no injuries. Right. Off you go. Take a spa day. I ain't paying for it, though. I ain't paying for that one. The Rock is going to call out JBL. It's a good promo. That's actually a bad promo for The Rock, isn't it? Because it's only excellence that you expect from The Rock. New rivalry, though, level 1. That's perfect. Shawn Michaels versus Bobby Lash In a tables match, Bobby Lashley, of course, coming off the back of a loss to The Rock, where he had a chance to win the title. Just a good match. Does nothing for a rivalry, but there's time. We'll give it time. Morrison calling out Batista. Good, doesn't do anything. Right, okay. Nice one. Right, now we need Mickie James to beat Maurice. Surely she will. Maurice literally has no stamina. Oh, for God's sake. Honestly, mediocre. At least it doesn't start a rivalry. That's the main thing. MVP. It's an okay promo. And finally in the main event, got JBL versus Edge, Extreme Rules. And The Miz is going to do a run-in, which means JBL picks up the win in an okay. Only okay? Oh, come on. Dexter Lumis and Papa Shango main event. We've got the women's tag team title there. Nothing I think we should be too panicked by. Maybe I'm wrong. We did okay, but our first mid-card match is better than our main event, so that's not great. But we're still fine. We're still fine. We gained 58,000 fans. That's quite a lot. $129,000. That's good. We're still ranked number 1. They gained 58,000 as well. That's fine. As long as when we're having a stink show that they also have a stink show, we're cool. That is absolutely cool with me. So yeah, we still maintain our lead is the main important thing. Quite an important commissioner goal, I think, here, with a schedule running on your most popular available star this week gets you a free arena booking. That's really crucial when you start unlocking the big stadiums, because that's like 100,000 at a piece. So I think we use that, well, we at least fulfilled that, so we rewarded with the free arena booking is what I'm trying to say. We've promised Edge a grudge match against The Miz as well. That's fine. We have promised Mickie James actually partner with Maurice. I'm going to have to sign a jobber to do that, obviously. But for now, we won't have to worry about that. Right, this is our matchups. We've got a tables match. A new tag team between Shawn Michaels and Batista. Kind of like that, to be honest. Against John Morrison and Big Bobby Lashley. Then we've got Rey Mysterio doing a self-promo. Rey Mysterio's come to me and he keeps bitching and complaining because he's lost so many matches. I'm actually curious to how many matches that it is he's lost. He's lost 5, but he's won 1. So I think he just needs to get better at wrestling, really. Mickie James versus Beth Phoenix. We've got there trying to just start a new rivalry. We then got Rikishi doing a charity promo. The Rock is versus MVP. But the run-in on The Rock by JBL, that will hopefully continue the rivalry. The Rock will get so annoyed, he will want to lay the smackdown on his candy hat. And then we've got The Miz versus Edge in the main event for an Extreme Rules match. So I think this is actually an alright show. Now, I have unlocked a few other things. We've got the Thunderdome, we've got Gorilla Crew this time round, Third Across in the Advanced Lights, and the Viral Campaign. They're all giving us optional bonuses, which is the main reason why I've done it, because our show cost is actually quite low, seeing as we're gaining quite a lot of money. So I think this is a good thing, a good decision to make, and we're starting to make a good amount of money now. There was a good option to buy on a permanent, but it was 280,000. We did have the money, but it meant that we would have to strip back on everything. That was Scott Hall. So I'm passing up on that right now. Shawn Michaels versus Batista, though. No, it isn't. It's Shawn Michaels and Batista, and they lost. It's Bobby Lashley. It's a new tag rivalry, which is actually the main thing that I was trying to get out of this, because there is a singles rivalry going on, but I think we need to get another tag rivalry going so that we can rest the other guys. And then future, obviously, we can then have a future tag match for the titles. Self-promo of Rey Mysterio. Excellent promo, gains himself 4 popularity. Even though he's lost 4 matches, he's still in the 70s for popularity. I don't know what he's bitching and complaining about. He's still getting paid. Mickie James versus Beth Phoenix. Is that a good match? Beth Phoenix wins. Okay, it's a level 1 though, which is good. That's the main thing that I wanted from that. Rikishi, okay promo, gains us 5,000. By the way, if they get excellent, it's 5,000. If they get poor, it's 5,000. It literally makes no difference. I don't understand what's the point in it. The Rock versus MVP, but with the JBL running. Now, he shouldn't get injured from this, hopefully. The Rock does still win, though, which is hilarious. It's a good match as well, and it's a level 2 for the rivalry. Perfect. I like that. But this is our main event. I think this is actually a really good match. Good popularity for both wrestlers, 69 and 66. Stamina's good for it as well for an Extreme Rules match, and then, you know, we can just look at doing a call-out next week and leave that for the actual... I didn't even do anything for the rivalry. For the actual pay-per-view. But there is Edge winning against The Miz. in a great match, so that's okay. Now, we have got to come up against a Universal title match and a Tag Team title match in the mid-card, but I think we're fine with this. A Hell in a Cell in the opener. Oh, get out. I think I might actually use as well my Veto Stars on them, so they beat us in all 4 matches. Wow. Really? Is that how good that card is? I mean, fair enough. I didn't see that coming. But there we go. Maybe the rivalries are really good. We gained 62,000 fans. But with the bonuses that we're getting, I'm wondering whether we'll still actually get more. So we're still ranked number 1, which I expected, of course, because we were quite high ahead. Free arena booking. What did they get? We got 62,000. 66. So it is still close. Even though they absolutely annihilated us, they only managed to get an extra 4,000 fans. And fans means everything here. So we still retain quite a hefty lead. Right, I think it's time that we use the This Is War power card. 3 randomly selected superstars from the opposing brand cannot be booked in the matches next week, but it can't be used on a pay-per-view, unfortunately. So if we use it now, it's the week before a pay-per-view, so any rivalries that we're trying to get, they might not be able to get, and they'll have to carry it on to the next week. Then next week, we use the double cost for the pay-per-view, which means that they will have to pay extra for all of the special matches that they'll want to use at Summerslam, which they will definitely want to use. So I think let's go with the This Is War for now, and we'll definitely use that. That's a good one. Now, we are also going to try and do the journal on the Commissioner's Goal, because it gives us a health span of level 3, which gets a recovery of 18, which is massive, to be fair. All we have to do that is to give Miz a match this week. We've also promised The Rock 2 weeks of rest. It's annoying, but it's The Rock, and I couldn't say no to him, to be honest. Viewers, I just looked at his glistening eyes and his big old shoulders, and I thought, yes, of course you can. I'll pay you full. Anyway, John Morrison against... I've done it again. John Morrison is not going against Lashley. He's going with Lashley, and he's going up against Shawn Michaels and Batista. Then JBL is going to call out The Rock. They're at a level 2 rivalry right now. The Rock is going to take a rest. That will be a barn burner for the title. And I bet JBL wins it. I can just call it right now. Mid-carders, Maurice versus Beth Phoenix. Now, the rivalry is on cooldown, but Mickie James is going to do the run-in. However, it is for the title, so I'm really hoping that Beth can still win it anyway. Then we got MVP on the charity duties. I need to give him more matches because his stamina is quite good, to be fair. Brian Kendrick's also doing his charity duty. The Miz is going up against Rikishi, but Edge is going to do the run-in, so we keep that thing alive. And in the main event, it's Kevin Nash versus Rey Mysterio. The 2 tag team wrestlers, of course, that we're giving a rest to right now. We're going to give them a match today in a singles match, mainly because we didn't have anybody else. So that's what we're looking like. The show logistics looks like this. We're in the Thunderdome with Gorilla Crew, Advanced Lights, and a good old viral campaign. Okay. Now, although we do have a little bit of money there was nobody in the free agency that we could pick up. There was some of the legends, but nobody that really tickled my fancy right now. And we've got a couple of really good wrestlers that we've just integrated, including Shawn Michaels and JBL. So, this match, the tag team match. John Morrison and Bobby Lashley win again. Wow, good match, level 2 rivalry. JBL doing the call out. He was always quite good on the mic, to be fair. It's an okay promo. Level 3, though, that's exactly what we needed. That's the main thing. Maurice versus Beth Phoenix for the title. Oh, Maurice still wins. How good is she, by the way? Oh, and Beth Phoenix is now injured. It's a great match as well, somehow. Even though it's a normal match with a run-in, and it's a great match. Maurice just must be amazing on this, like ridiculously good. MVP does an okay promo, we gain some fans. The Miz versus Rikishi with Edge doing the run-in. I bet this one isn't as good as the other one. Rikishi gets the win. It's an okay match, I told you. Does nothing also for the Miz versus Edge rivalry, which is really doing my head in now, because that is taking ages. Brian Kendrick for charity. Good, thank you, Brian. And then Kevin Nash versus Rey Mysterio. It's Giant versus Cruiser. And I'd like to think that if this starts a rivalry, Rey Mysterio's finally won. Jesus Christ. It's a good match too. It doesn't start a rivalry, so at least he's got his win. He won't complain about losing, because I think if he did lose, he would probably have come to me and kicked off. What about SmackDown then? They don't look like they have much going on, so we should be absolutely fine. That's cool, and it's obviously next week where we really affect them too, so if we can beat them here, that'll be even better. Our main event is good, but our mid-card match is still better, which is frustrating. We gained 62,000 fans, $137,000, which is good. A lot of money there. We gained the health spa, which is perfect. Now, what did they gain? 51,000. We gained 11,000 more. They dropped off this week, and yet they do not know us about to hit them in the next couple of weeks. And they don't have that big of a budget either. So, okay, this is good. This is promising for us. I like it. Stephanie McMahon, you're in trouble. All right, now it's time to use the double cost card, because then next week they will be struggling to pay anything for all of the Hell in a Cell matches that they want to book, whereas we won't. Now, our journal this week is just schedule a run-in, which will give us free special effects booking. So we will be saving quite a lot of money with our free arena bookings, free special effects booking that we can cash in on soon. Got a lot of injury rehab cards there that we could pick up. But I don't think it's necessary right now, so I'm not going to do it. And on the free agency list, there is a Booker T there that does tickle my fancy. But for now, I'm still going to skip it. Yes, we can get Scott Hall again on a permanent, but it's 280, so I'm not going to do that right now. But this is the card. Now, I've rested these tag team wrestlers for like 2 weeks, and yet they still have terrible stamina. So, I want to get it to a level 4 rivalry. We're just going to have to do it. Rikishi and Rey Mysterio versus Brian Kendrick and Kevin Nash. Then we've got JBL calling out The Rock one more time. We then have Batista versus John Morrison. That we might actually make that just a title match, just for the sake of it. There we go. Batista versus John Morrison. It's a level 3 rivalry right now. Then we got Mickie James and Beth Phoenix being called out. Edge versus MVP, but with The Miz doing the run-in. And again, that's still only at level 1. This rivalry is not heating up one bit. Maurice is going to do a promo for charity, and then we have a big main event of Bobby Lashley versus Shawn Michaels in a tables match. Doesn't have a rivalry right now. If it starts one, that would be beautiful. Show logistics, we're in the Thunderdome. Every single one gets an optional bonus as well, so that's great. We're looking quite good for like morale and everything like that if we keep hitting those optional bonuses. Now we just need no injury here, please. That's what I'd like to see. No injury. Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick win. Oh, of course we get an injury. So they will now not wrestle for the title yet again. And we have to ignore it. JBL calling out The Rock. I really can't believe it. Level 4. It was a risk, obviously, putting them in a match, but come on. You would have done it too. Batista versus John Morrison. Normal match. Come on. John Morrison wins. Batista's injured now. Batista's now injured. Honestly. I don't believe it. Mickie James and Beth Phoenix. Rivalry grows to level 2. Edge versus MVP. The Miz doing a run-in. MVP wins. That's good. Why? There just seems, since the update, there seems to be way too many injuries. It really does. That's finally a level 2. That took ages to do that. Maurice. Promo for charity. Good. Bobby Lashley versus Shawn Michaels. Wouldn't surprise me if one of these gets injured. They're not even low stamina. Bobby Lashley wins. New rivalry. It's about time too. It's a tables match. It should have done something. Okay, now we vetoed 3 people, so I don't know who it is, but it doesn't look like it was anybody important. Becky Lynch, maybe? I can't see Becky Lynch, so possibly that could be the one. But we beat them in the opener mid-card. We lost the second mid-card, and we definitely lost that main event, which was a stinker for us. I didn't think it would be that bad. Tables match between Bobby Lashley and Shawn Michaels only got a 2.5. That is ludicrous. I can't believe Batista got injured as well. Really can't believe it. We gained 58,000 fans there. $139,000. So that's good. We get our free special effects. Nice one. They gain 55,000. So we're still gaining a little bit. That's absolutely fine. And they do gain quite a lot of money there. But next week, they're going to need it. Okay, our show cost is 300,000 and our budget is only 329,000. But it's a good job we've been saving that money because we had to extend The Miz and Batista's contract both today. Not The Miz, sorry. We had to extend JBL and Batista's contract today. So that cost us quite a lot of money. And this is a show we're going to have to go with because, of course, Brian Kendrick is out for 3 weeks. We only had a 3-week card. We couldn't do anything else about it. So we have no tag match today. Instead, we do have Batista, who is back, because he was only out for 1 or 2 weeks, so we used the injury card 3, level 3, so which means he was brought back immediately. So I think that could be the match that we actually spectate, Batista versus John Morrison. It could be The Rock, but we've already seen The Rock and the title versus JBL. So what we'll watch today instead is Batista versus John Morrison. Now, the opener is actually The Miz versus Edge. The Miz is hometown of LA, California. Bloody hell, that was a mouthful for me, wasn't it? Rikishi is going to do some charity promo. We've got a mid-card match of Bobby Lashley versus Shawn Michaels. Maurice, MVP, Mickie James all doing charity as well. Batista versus John Morrison, Extreme Rules. Then we got Rey Mysterio versus Kevin Nash, just a normal one-on-one because we don't have enough wrestlers to do a tag. And then it's The Rock versus JBL, one-on-one for the title in a TLC match. Okay. Let's run the show, because show logistics, we get all of our bonuses as well. We're absolutely fine where that comes into play. It's just we're spending quite a lot of money. So, but that's fine. That's expected, because they oh yeah, by the way, they also used the double cost card on us as well. So touche SmackDown. So TLC match to begin with, which is the branded pay-per-view bonus. The Miz picks up the win in his hometown. It's an amazing match. It's a level 3 rivalry now. Rikishi for charity. Thank you very much. Bobby Lashley versus Shawn Michaels. Can Bobby finally win a tables match? He can't. Again, on pay-per-view, he's lost one. Level 2 rivalry for Shawn Michaels and Big Bobby. Maurice for charity. There we go. Right. Let's spectate this match then between Batista and John Morrison. And here comes the animal, Batista, one of my favourite entrances of all time. Here he goes. Is he not going to do the... Or did he do that with a pyro? Please say he does it with a pyro. Let's go. Yes, come on, that's amazing. I absolutely love it. Let's go, Batista. Right, okay. I think he's got some tattoos that have been updated. His back tattoo looks absolutely sick. Love that. Okay, special occasions then for Summerslam. And here is his opponent, John Morrison. Oh yes, look at that. Unbelievable. Absolutely love it. His M&M entrance was just as good, to be fair, especially with Melina doing the old splits, making my groin hurt every single time. Not in that way. John Morrison, let's go. Right, Batista and John Morrison, Extreme Rules match. And here we go. I don't understand why Batista's wearing, like, green, ugly boots. But still, hey. Oh my god, John Morrison, what a start that is. With a lion salt. You love to see that. Smash him with the knee. It could be over. If that's Kota Ibushi, it's over. It's a reversal. It's a reversal by Batista. He's a little bit rocked, though. He needs to get back into his game. With his lime-coloured boots. But some more kicks from John Morrison. Maybe even a suplex as well. Batista. Oh, it's a Falcon Arrow. Batista is in trouble here. No rope break, of course. It's Extreme Rules. Kicks out at 1 still. Kicks out at 1. Morrison heading to the top rope now. Batista just laid there, loving it. Oh, catches him with the elbow drop. Is he going to go for a pin? I don't think he is. Drop kick to the back of there, but it's missed. Batista is back up. Now this is where Batista could dominate. Is he going to go for a powerbomb straight away? Just Batista bombs him. Imagine if this ends. It isn't. I mean, why does he have a move that's exactly the same as his finisher? He's going straight for a weapon though, but he needs to subdue his opponent before he does that. John Morrison back with some elbows. Some forearm strikes, and now he's made the mistake of going underneath. He has found a baseball bat though. Oh, Batista flips him over. It's reversed. John Morrison, what can he do? Is he got F5? Oh, lovely. Alright, well, Batista has finally picked up the weapon as John Morrison's ran back in the ring, but they dropped it again, so yeah, I don't really... Oh, a little bit of an airplane spin there. That would really annoy Batista, wouldn't it? You can just imagine in real life, he'd be really frustrated with that. Absolutely sick leg drop, though. Gotta hand it to John Morrison. He comes up with some of the most wackiest moves. You love to see it. They don't do anything special. It just looks good. It's all for flair. To the top rope, though. John Morrison. Oh, my God. I have no idea what to even call that. I thought it was over before we'd even seen anything extreme happen in this Extreme Rules match. He's done a top rope moonsault now. This guy's insane. His moveset is unbelievable. I absolutely love it. Batista is back now, though, the powerhouse. Back in control. Gets him in the camel clutch, but I think he's going to reverse it. He's flipped him down. John Morrison back to it with the baseball bat. Oh, good God. That's GBH. Batista gets it back, though. Oh, it's back and forth now. Now you're in trouble. Now that you've got Batista and a baseball bat, you really are in trouble. Somehow you've managed to knock it out of his hands, and I have no idea how. Drax the Destroyer would not have been that easy to overcome. It's a big spine buster, though. Remember, that's how the last match ended that we watched. Oh, kick out at a late 2. It's a very late 2. He's got... Just pick up the baseball bat. It's literally right there. What's he pulling out now? Sledgehammer. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's slightly harder than a baseball bat, but you're not going to get anywhere with it. He's done a standing Spanish fly. His moveset is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's a close 3 as well. It's a close 2, sorry. It's not a 3. That would end the match. The referee was on his way down, though. That's how close it was. Morrison trying to pull his shoulder out from his socket. It's not a bad idea, really, is it? That's where all his power comes from. Oh, the little dog kick, though. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go down well. Sends him to the outside. Big drop kick. He got no rope break here. He's going to go to the top rope. He is. What's this going to be now? Oh, what an elbow drop. What an elbow drop. Macho Man-like. Is he going to look underneath the ring? He is. What are you going to bring out? Steel chair. It's moved. And he catches him with a spear. What a reversal. Then he walks away. Are you serious? Alright, now we have a kendo stick. I've got a feeling, though, that maybe you should have stuck with the baseball bat or the sledgehammer. Like, kendo stick's great. But if there's bigger options, I don't think you should be using the kendo stick. It's more of like a slap rather than a thud. Morrison's picked up the steel chair again. Batista's having none of it, though. He's flipped over it again. Reverse with a kick. Oh, big kicks. Love that. Love that. Goes to the outside. To the top rope. It's going to catch him standing. Oh, it's an axe handle. It's a bit weird, though. Just missed him. Just missed him. Goes to the lockup. Oh, hello. Gorilla press. And back down you go. Would have been better if you chucked him on the outside, but still. This is a bit more of back and forth now. I prefer this. To begin with, Batista was getting his ass handed to him. This is a good little torture rack, though, with the hand as well. Looks a lot more locked in than what it would with using the standard Lex Luger torture rack. Batista with the chair. Smashes on the back of John Morrison. One of these guys needs to hit a finisher now. It's got to that point, and I think this could be it. It is it. Will it be reversed, though? Up he goes into the Batista bomb. There is the Batista bomb. He goes for the pin. This could be it. There's 1. There's 2. And there is 3. And your winner of this Extreme Rules match at SummerSlam, it's Batista. Yes, the animal. And he's a babyface here, which back in Ruthless Aggression era was the other way round. Actually, to be fair, he did play quite a good babyface in the Ruthless Aggression era, but when he come back, he was quite a badass heel, to be fair. But there is your winner, Batista in his lime green boots, which I still don't agree with, but there we go. It's an amazing match, rivalry complete. Alright, now let's crack on with the rest of this card. Then MVP for charity. That's an excellent promo from Montel Vantavius Porter. That's fantastic. Rey Mysterio versus Kevin Nash. We're running this again. Hopefully we can actually get a rivalry out of this one then. No, and Rey Mysterio's now injured, so we're going to have to wait even longer before we do anything with that rivalry. That's just very frustrating. Mickey James then for Chariots, an excellent promo. The Rock versus JBL in the main event. Now, this will complete the rivalry. So if JBL does win this, we'll have to start a new rivalry with a different babyface. And I don't quite know yet who I want to be that babyface, because I've got a feeling Batista's also a bruiser. So it can't be Batista. It's going to have to be somebody else. Well, let's find out. Let's simulate The Rock versus JBL. The Rock retains. He's still done it. Legendary match. That might be the first time that they've actually had a match against each other as well. And it is rivalry complete. Love that. The Rock versus JBL, 5-star TLC match at SummerSlam. Nobody was injured as well. That's perfect. Right, what are we up against then? We got a tag team title match. Everybody looks a bit bunched in there. Is that me or are they all bunched in on the left-hand side? We'll take a look though. We'll simulate each match and see what they're doing. Because remember, we did double cost. So they're doing a tables, Extreme Rules, tables, TLC, and a tables. Okay. They've signed Diesel. Honk, honk. I'm not going to go for Diesel, by the way, so that's good, because I would have gone for either Kevin Nash, who I already have, or the NWO version of Kevin Nash. I can't remember which one I've got, to be fair. But Diesel is not an option for me, because Diesel is obviously 90s Kevin Nash. We don't want 90s Kevin Nash. Ivar versus Mustafa Ali. It's a Giant versus Cruiser at the very least. Ivar does pick up the win. It's an Extreme Rules match. Great match. Doesn't have any kind of rivalry to deal with it. That's their championship match. So they're not doing anything with that. They're still running that for the next pay-per-view. Tamina and Natalya win the women's tag team titles, which is something we still haven't crowned yet. Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler for the women's title. And Shayna Baszler wins. We have a new women's champion. Amazing match. Doesn't do anything for a rivalry or anything like that. But their main event, I mean, it's Nakamura versus Eric. It's also a little bit underwhelming, isn't it? I bet it still does a 5-star. I bet it still does a 5-star, and I'll be like, how? It's amazing. It's a rivalry complete. There we go. All right, okay. So we matched them. Oh god, they beat it. They smashed us, really. They absolutely smashed us in the two mid-card matches there. We did right by the show though. We'd had a good opener, a decent middle, and a very good main event. A 5-star main event. So I think we should be absolutely fine there. Batista's perfect for Extreme Rules matches. Put him in another one. Well, I don't know. He pulled out a kendo stick. That was poor decision making on his behalf. 204,000 fans gained, $52,000 gained. As expected, because of course we had double cost. We are ranked number 1 there, which is great. They gained 199,000, so they did not gain anything on us. We didn't exactly progress our lead massively, but it was still enough to keep our lead extending just ever so slightly. And they do have a little bit more money than us going into this next stage. But there we have it. We're still in first place. We had an unbelievable Extreme Rules match that you got to witness on here. So you should be smashing that like button. If the next episode is already out, you will see it right on the screen this side. I keep doing that. It's on this side of the screen. So make sure you click on that and you can watch the next episode. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.